Hello YouTube. Welcome to the weekly haul video 22. First up, we'll go through a bunch of Hot Wheels I picked up this week. Stopped by a Walmart. They had 6 dump bins, or I guess 2 dump bins, 3 sections each. Actually had Z-Max in them. Never ever find Z-Max, so I picked up the other 2 that I needed. Got this Corvette Grand Sport. Looks pretty good in a Z-Mac. Unfortunately, it looked like the dump bin just got put out within like an hour or two of me stopping, but I dug through all 6 bins and did not find a super or a treasure hunt. So I think you can kind of tell when you go through a dump bin, if nobody's been through it yet, when they dump out the cases, you'll usually find 2 cars side by side like this, and they'll be throughout the dump bin like that. So that's a huge indicator that the dump bin hasn't been gone through yet. And they were mixed up pretty good, but it doesn't look like it was out long. And while I was digging through it, 3 other collectors stopped and they were digging through them too. Luckily, I think I got to all of the bins before them, because I already went through 3 of them before they stopped. So pretty good looking Corvette though. This was not in the dump bin. I found this at a dollar store somewhere, but it's hard for me to pass up the cool combi. Already have one of these cracked open, so this one will get put away. Try not to buy doubles, but if it's a car I do customs of, which I do customs of the cool combi, I do pick them up for that purpose. 67 Shelby GT 500 in burgundy. Now, I stopped back at that same Walmart yesterday, and they must have just dumped 2 cases in the dump bin, because they were stacked, like I just told you, because that's how they come out of the case. If there's 2 of the same vehicle in the case, they're usually next to each other. So you could tell nobody went through it. And I could tell it was 2 cases because I found 4 Veyrons and I found 4 Silverados. And I do use these for customs, but they're hard to get my hands on. I stopped at a dump bin one day a year or 2 ago, I think 2 years ago, when they had this in a camouflage set. And I could have bought like 20 of them. And I should have, but I didn't buy them because I didn't really care for it. I only picked up like 5 of them to use for customs, and then I never seen them again. So I regret not picking up more of them to make customs. So I'll pick up every single one of these that I can find to make customs out of. Because the Silverado is one of my favorite to make customs. I don't get into the big hype over all the C10s and Silverados and shit that's coming out from M2 and whatnot, but I do love them. I've always drove a Silverado. I've always drove a square body. I've owned 5 of them, at least 5 of them throughout my lifetime. So I'm not like one of the people who like them just because of the big hype. Don't really care for the yellow windshield on this, but it'd be a lot better pickup for customs if it had a clear windshield. But I needed at least one regular one for the collection. It's definitely a casting I'll never try to get every variation of it, because it's just impossible. They're so expensive, especially the RLC releases and stuff. But back to this Mustang, it looks pretty awesome. And now, since I'm looking at it, did I open one of these in a previous video? I might have opened one of these in a previous haul video. Well, if I ever accidentally open two of a vehicle, I'll just use it, put wheels on it, or use it for a custom. So, and then we got a skull shaker. Now, the bone shaker is a casting I do collect, and I'm trying to complete, besides like all the different convention pieces and Mexican convention piece and stuff like that. The skull shaker and the Baja shaker I do not collect, but this one I decided to pick up because I really like the flat black and the skull on the side. Always been a sucker for a skull. Kind of looks good with the white wheels and red base. So, went ahead and picked it up. You didn't know when this thing rolls, the head bobs back and forth. It does that by a little tab on the wheels. When it comes around and hits it, it makes it bob back and forth. Well, guitar didn't broke. He did one of these. He put a interior from the normal bone shaker in it and took out the little guy, and it looked really awesome. I'd like to do that one day, but I have to get my workbench set back up for doing customs, and I don't know when that will happen. I really miss doing customs. It bothers me not being able to do them or having a designated spot. This Cadillac, I'd never seen it before, so I was excited to find it. Always get excited when you find a car that you don't know is even out. So, 55 Cadillac Fleetwood. Pink. Gray roof. Looks pretty cool. It not lensed headlights, but painted headlights and painted tail lights, license plate. So, pretty good detail on it. The wheel and rim choice is pretty good on this. Looks pretty good. Not bad, Matchbox. And I got the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This is a super I would absolutely love to find or to purchase, but we'll see. Be an amazing super. Even the regular looks freaking awesome. I picked this one up picked up two of them so I can make my own super. I usually end up doing that. If I can't find the super, I'll buy one and put Real Riders on it. It's not the same as having the super with the TH logo on it or the Spectro Flame paint, but and even the mainline wheels looks pretty good on this one. Like the purple color of it. This is a casting I do try to complete from Hot Wheels, is this Porsche. One of my favorite Porsche castings from Hot Wheels. And I think the other Z-Mac from this release was Acura NSX, which I already picked up at a different Walmart. It's the only one that they had. They had like 5 of them and none of the other ones, so. Audi RS5 Coupe. Pretty awesome looking car. Full detail all the way around. I got 2 Bugatti Veyrons, or Bugatti Chiron. So, really awesome. think I already cracked one of these open. I'm pretty sure I did. Because I was complaining about how they didn't do the headlights, but how I like the front grille on it. So one will probably get real riders and one will get a custom paint job. I'll make sure to show them after I do them sometime in the future. I haven't been picking up many cars to do customs of right now. I have so many already piling up to do customs of, and I couldn't pass up them ones. With Hot Wheels, you kind of gotta get them while they're out. If not, they can be hard to find. Lamborghini Huracan in gray. Pretty sure I was missing this one. I usually make a list of all the Hot Wheels that I pick up for the year and carry it with me so I know. So I don't pick up as many doubles on accident. Man, them rims and tires look awesome on this. It's a good looking car from Hot Wheels. Pretty good detail on it. Of course, you don't get no rear detail. Don't think. Nope. You do get a little bit. Why wouldn't they put taillights on it if they're going to go ahead and put that license plate or I think that says Huracan on it? If they're going to do that and exhaust tips, why in the heck wouldn't they have done the taillights? It only makes sense. Still really happy picked this one up. I knew this one was out, but I could not find it, so happy to finally find it. And we got the Jaguar XESV Project 8. Pretty sure I did not have this one. This one might have been Gamestop exclusive. I did go to Gamestop. I only picked up 2 cars. I think it's the next 2 cars I'm going to show. But they don't have the number in the top right. That means they're some kind of exclusive. They're doing that again for 2020. But they did not do that. And these are B-case cars, which I have not found in the store yet. So I'm pretty sure that's a GameStop exclusive. Only picked up 2 cars when I went to GameStop. I don't know if they had... Well, they have 4 exclusives. I didn't pick up the truck. They did have that. Didn't care for the Ford F-150 truck. But I did pick up the Mazda and that one. The Audi. So this is another GameStop exclusive. I did not get the Dodge Challenger, whatever, with the big fin on it, or the Plymouth Roadrunner, whichever one was exclusive for GameStop that had the big fin. They did not have that one. Somebody picked them all up. And I did not get the Ford GT in the Golf livery, though it's not a GameStop exclusive. I think it's just for the B case, but I'll definitely pick it up when I find it in the store. But this Mazda is a casting I do somewhat collect, so front end detail looks awesome on this. Nice looking front end detail. Got the license plate. Oh, did get another Matchbox, a 63 Austin Healey Roadster. It looks pretty awesome. It's hard not to pick up the Matchboxes that are based on real cars. They do an awesome job with the detail. They always have front end and rear detail. It's a pretty nice looking car. Not too bad looking interior. Sometimes Matchbox can really cheap out on the interior. It's one thing that bugs me about the opening door ones and stuff. They'll have an opening door, and then the detail on the inside's horrible. The steering wheel will be part of the dash, and it won't stick out from the dash. It will actually just be flat with the dash, or sometimes their interior really looks like crap. So it's kind of a turn off for me on their opening feature ones. If you're going to have an opening door, you should at least put a decent looking interior in it. At least put a steering wheel like that in it, where it sticks out off of the dash instead of being part of flush with the dash. But and then we got a classic 55 Nomad Speed Shop dirty rusted out version. Looks alright. I don't know. I guess having a gloss clear coat on it, kind of like what somebody would do in real life to seal in that vintage rusted look. But I almost think it would look better if it had a flat paint job on it. And found this at Hobby Lobby, limited to 3,600 pieces. So that's pretty limited for M2. That's about half of what their Walmart releases are. Looks really awesome in this gold paint. The whole release of this Moon Eye release would be awesome to have. But this was only one that they had from the release. And this is a casting I do collect from M2. I don't try and complete it because they release it too many times. When I went to Walmart the other day, they had 2 releases of this. One on the blister carded, I think it was plain white, which I almost got for $5. And then they had one in this, and I don't know if it was Goodyear or something like that, but I didn't pick up either of them. I mean, I'm just getting so many of these from M2. I think I'm really going to slow down and just get the ones that I feel I absolutely have to have. Which, this was definitely one that I had to have. I do like the Moon Eyes livery, but I do not try to collect all of them just because they release way too many of them. I mean, just M2 alone, they release a 6-car set of it at least once or twice or 3 times a year. And then they got their hobby exclusives and other ones they release, and then everything else. But definitely open all these up, get the rubber band off of them. That's not something you want to leave on the packaging. Let's see if I can get the hood open. Oh, it opens up nicely. Nice detail under the hood on this. I mean, who in the heck had one of these older cars that had the big round air filter that didn't go to AutoZone or somewhere and pay $10-15 for the chromed out valve or chromed out air cleaner cover? Really good looking paint. Doors, they open and close nicely on it. Really looks good in the gold paint. The Moon Eyes livery. Big plastic fin you gotta be careful of. Does have lens tail lights. No headlights because they're pop-ups. Metal base screwed together. M2 did a heck of a job with this one. Happy to have it for the Dodge Charger Daytona collection, and the M2 collection, and the Moon Eyes collection. So, don't collect a whole lot of M2s, but and the last one I picked up from a hobby shop that's not too far from me. It's the only place I really know to get Greenlight from besides Hobby Lobby. And they're $5.99 there. Maybe twice a year he'll have a sale to help clear off his pegs. Buy one, get one half price. So always try to hit up them sales when he has them. Help him out, clear off some pegs, and get some good deals on some Greenlights. But it's always nice when you can pick up a Greenlight and not have to pay shipping on it. Rather had the other version that came with the gas pump, but awesome looking checker taxi cab. I think they made these for like 30-40 years, and they made a ton of these taxi cabs. It was actually, I don't know who they're made by, but it's actually a car that was never sold besides as a taxi car. So, quite heavy. Number 1212. Nice skinny tires on it. Sure, if you're from New York or been to New York, good chance you've rode in one of these taxis. I'm not sure if they still have them running around on the roads in New York to this day, but just an iconic taxi car. One I'm happy to add to the collection. I think Greenlight knocked it out of the park with this release. So that's all I got for you this week. Pretty decent haul though. That's probably my favorite one. Let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And have a good day. Thanks.